What's up, guys? In my room. In the next few hours, I'm gonna be down in the lobby, mingling and networking, and just hanging out with some of my colleagues, getting ready for tomorrow. So anyway, guys, I've just been in my hotel room, man. Just getting some peace and quiet, some peace be still time, and we all need that, man. Sometimes you just got to get in a confined space. You need, and just no music, nobody around, and just give you time to reflect, give you time to think, and just, man, just sometimes you need that peace. All right, you need that peace. But anyway, guys, I just want to talk about something today. um a few things. People always ask me. I met one of my colleagues at Cam's facility about a few hours ago, and he was talking to Cam, and I heard him ask Cam, like, man, how does Courtney do it? How does he have time to do all this stuff? He's doing classes, and then he's working in his own business. He's doing his videos. He's on social media. And Cam was like, I don't know how he does it. And then Cam told me, he was like, Courtney, I just want to give you, your props, man. You have done a great job branding yourself. And guys, that's been one of the number one questions I have gotten over the years. Courtney, how do you do it? How do you have time to do all this? And guys, my only answer is I just do it. I don't time it, you know. I just do it. I just, because first of all, I enjoy doing it. I mean, like to me, guys, it's not a job. This is my life. This is who I am. And I think, that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. This is who I am. This is what I do. Like, certain people have their place in this world. Certain people have a certain position, to play in this world. And this is just me. This is just me. And I will say, this is the path that God has put me on, and I have accepted that. So, the way a lot of people view it, I don't view it that way. I don't see it that way, because this is just who I am. And my thing, guys, is that when you really enjoy doing what you do, it's so fun. Like getting up, my wife bringing me to the airport, going through the airport, getting on the plane, getting here, Cam coming to pick me up, going to his facility, getting ready, talking to certain people, people messaging me, hey, Courtney, we meet up for tonight. Courtney, I'm running in late, Courtney, I can't wait to meet you, can't wait to come to the class, talking to my guy Scobie, talking to some of my marketing guys. Guys, it's like, it's fun to me. It's fun to me, man. And it's just like, it's just like, man, like, I feel like it's just the beginning. I feel like I have just put in the hard work, and I have just put in the dedication, and the number one thing, man, that a lot of people don't understand to get to a certain point is being consistent. Like, I see a lot of people try to do a certain things, because I feel like they're looking for that shortcut, and I'll see them stop. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to help people and motivate people. Like, if you gotta pull that camera out, you gotta record. I'm not saying be me, because you can't be me. I can't be you. But you can utilize that tool. You can utilize that resource. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see people do it, and they'll probably do it for like a few weeks, maybe a month, and they'll just stop. Because the reason why, it's like, they're not doing it for the same reason that I do it. Like, I have been doing this over a decade, over 10 years, this camera. No fancy equipment, okay? Just my phone, okay? And some apps, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And that's it, guys. And this is how I promote myself. This is how I promote my business. This is how I brand myself. And I have just made a huge impact, not only just in the cleaning industry, but also just in my personal life. People see who I am, and they get a kind of an idea of what I do. And I will say, guys, it's just it has just been a great journey. And at the age of 42, I feel like I'm just getting started. I'm starting to network with a different type of people that I was networking with 5-10 years ago, and the things that they're telling me, and the path that they're telling me that I'm on, and how things are changing, and how I'm helping change, certain things in the industry. So I just want to say, guys, is that, man, like, whatever you do, enjoy it. I just feel like if you don't enjoy it, it's like, what is the purpose? And I will say this, man. I used to be afraid. And when I say that, I used to be afraid because I didn't want to get to a certain age. I didn't want to get old and look back and have regrets and have doubts. And like, I've heard so many people, who are up in age, in their 60s and their 70s, and they say, man, if I can go back, man, if I wish, woulda, coulda, woulda. And guys, that used to scare me. I remember a good friend of mine. He passed away years ago, and he used to help me when I first started my business. His name was Wilbert, and I remember Wilbert used to always say, "Man, if I could start all over again, if I could be your age again," and he used to say it so much. It's like, man, it really, it really started to like, and that's another thing. When you hear something so much, it starts to become part of you, and it's like. It was almost like a lesson to me. Like if he's in his 50s saying this, why is he really saying this? You see what I'm saying? It's almost like he was speaking to me in a certain way, saying that don't just get comfortable. Don't just get stagnant. Just don't do one thing and think that's it. Explore your options. And guys, I will say, man, is that you have to be willing to do that in your life if you want to get to a certain point, if you want to explore your options. I'm a big believer, man. Give yourself options. I didn't want to be, and again, everybody's life is different, but I didn't want to be in my 50s and my 60s still doing the same thing that I was doing 30-40 years ago. See what I'm saying? And just really that's willing to take on challenges, willing to try different things, and and not even looking at it as a failure, but just looking at it as something that I tried. Guys, I have tried so much stuff, just in the last 15-20 years. Some stuff didn't work, and guess what? That's okay, because at least I can say I didn't try. See what I'm saying? It's like some people don't even try. They'll find one thing and they'll just do that for the rest of their life. You see what I'm saying? And especially when you know you can do better. Now, again, you can probably have that one career where you don't have to explore options, but for a lot of us, we don't have that. We have to explore our options. We have to get out here and try new things. And I realize what holds a lot of people back is fear. Okay, they're afraid. They don't, they start. I hear people start questioning certain things in a negative way before they even attempt to try. I have guys that call me and say, "Well, what if I tried and it don't work?" And my what my answer is? What if it does work? That's the thing. We always want, what if it don't work? You're already doubting something before you even try it. And that's the thing, man. You have to, anything that you do, you have to have a positive mindset about it. You have to, because if you go in it with a negative mindset, what do you think is going to be the outcome? It's going to be a negative outcome, all right? And then guess what happened? We start playing the blame game. We start blaming what we tried, the situation. We start blaming other people, and a lot of people do that. And that's in human nature. And the negative side is when something doesn't work in our favor, we want to blame everything else except us. And that's something I had to get over, guys. In my life, I used to play the blame game. I used to use certain things, to make me feel better, like it wasn't my fault, and it was. You see what I'm saying? But once I excuse me, once I started taking accountability for my own actions and realizing that I'm in control of my own destiny, I'm in control of my own life, and whatever decisions that I make, no matter what the outcome is, I have to deal with it. Hold on, guys. I'm back. But I have to deal with it. Being responsible for your own actions, no matter which way it goes, because sometimes just because it doesn't work in our favor doesn't mean it wasn't a lesson. And I believe there's a lesson in everything. You might try a new skill. It might not work out in your favor, but you trust me, there's something you could have learned or you should learn just because it didn't work. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of business models, guys, that I tried that didn't work out in my favor, but I still learned a lesson, a valuable lesson from those, attempts of trying different things. And and those things, no matter, again, just because they didn't work in my favor, when you look back, they were still a part of my journey. Because guess what? They didn't work, but they made me push towards something else. See what I'm saying? It didn't work out in my favor at that moment, but when you look back, it allowed me to go out here and try something else, not to give up. See what I'm saying? And that's the thing, man. It's like when you get to a certain point and you just look back and you realize everything that you have been through, everything you went through, you realize it actually worked in your favor. It just aligned. Everything has to align together. So sometimes we look at certain things as a failure or a mistake. But when you really look at it from a different angle, from a different perspective, you realize that happened for a reason. Because if that never would have happened, would I be where I am today? That's why I say you got to keep moving. You got to keep trying, and we let so many things, hold us back that we can always get back. And one of those things is money. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, you can't get time back. And sometimes certain opportunities you can't get. You can always make more money. Guys, you know how much money I have spent? I'm not even going to say wasted. You know how much money I have spent trying things? Again, at the time, didn't work in my favor. But guys, that money doesn't, it's like when you get to a certain point, you don't even think about that, okay? But what about those times where you might have missed opportunities? What about those times, again, like my buddy used to say, man, if I can go back. See what I'm saying? You don't get time back, okay? You can't. We can't go back to the future. We can always make more money. I can lose $100 grand right now, and who knows, make it back in a week. See what I'm saying? But time and opportunity, man, you look up one day, and again, I hear this so much, man. So many people go to the graveyard with just hopes and dreams and just wishes. And unfortunately for me, Courtney Lee, I'm not going out like that. And I know I'm being a great example of showing other people that you don't have to. You just got to get out here. You got to keep moving. You got to keep trying. You got to keep working. You got to stay consistent, okay? You got to get out your comfort zone. People say, Courtney, man, I don't see how you do it with that camera. Guys, you think I was like this when I first started recording myself? No. For years, a lot of people didn't know how I looked. They just heard my voice and they saw what I was doing when I was cleaning carpets. People didn't see me. I wasn't getting personable like this. See what I'm saying? But again, it was just a stepping stone. Because if I would have never started recording, how could I be here now? It's a stepping stone, guys. You just take it one step at a time, one day at a time. And again, don't let people discourage you. I cannot tell you how many times people have tried to discourage me. Oh, I remember carpet cleaners used to say, oh man, you're going to get sued one day. Somebody's going to sue you for recording in their house. If I was a customer, I wouldn't let you record in my house. Guys, people going to say all types of stuff, especially when you put yourself out there. But again, who cares? Because at the end of the day, when you look up one day and you are where you want to be, you're living your life, you're living your dream, you have accomplished your goals, those are going to be the same people sitting in the back, still watching you. But guess what? You gave them something to watch. Okay? You kept them in tuned, because you know what? Most people watch you, they're waiting for you to fail. They're waiting for that I told you moment. I told you. But guys, man, when you are a different breed, when you are cut from a different cloth, it's too many people out here have proven it. There's too many people I have proven it. And I'll just say, God has put me in this journey. He has put me in this position for a reason, because I have touched so many people's lives. Every single week, someone is calling me, messaging me, emailing me. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Courtney. You helped save my business. You helped save my family. Thank you. You helped me in so many ways. And that's the gasoline in my vehicle that keeps me going. Because I could have easily gave up, easily stopped doing it, easily got discouraged. But that love, man, that appreciation, it just keeps me going. And it keeps coming, man. Today, guy come meet me. Oh, Courtney, man, finally nice to meet you. Guys messaging me, Courtney, man, can't wait to meet you. It's for a reason. Because of the impact that I have had in their lives. The type of colleagues that I'm rubbing elbows and shaking hands with now. These are like icons in the industry. Come into my office, Courtney, we're getting older in age. It's time for us to pass the torch down to you. Courtney, you are doing something in this industry that has never been done. Courtney, people are watching you. Guys are amazed at what you're doing. Because, guys, I just stayed on course. I didn't get discouraged. Not to say I didn't have my moments. Not to say it never went through my mind that I wanted to give up. I'm a human being, But I knew, when you have a vision, I tell people like this, the best thing that God can give you besides life itself is a vision. A vision. When you can see way before it even happens in reality. And God has given me that. I've had that for years. And again, it just keeps pulling me in. It just keeps pulling. Again, that's why I tell people, say, Courtney, what's your end game? People ask me that all the time. What's your end game, Courtney? I don't have an end game. I take my life one day at a time. Because I know I'm taken care of. What am I worried about 10 years from now? 5 years from now? Why am I worried where I'm going to be when I'm 70 or 80? How much money is going to be in my retirement account? I don't worry about that stuff, guys. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is today. That's it. And that's how I live my life, one day at a time. So I just want to say, man, sometimes isolate yourself, get some peace, get some quiet, reflect, think, talk to yourself, talk to your subconscious, get to know yourself more, think positive, stop thinking negative. Think about how you can help the world. Think about how you can help other people. How you can be a asset. That's what I call myself, guys. I'm an asset to my community. I'm an asset to the industry that I'm in. All right. I bring value. How can you bring value to someone else's life? All right. But it all starts with you. How you feel about yourself. If you're always down on yourself, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I don't have the money. Guys, you're just pulling yourself down. And you gotta stop. And sometimes we can be so busy. It's like now when I look back, it's like the years, like 10 years, 15 years ago when I used to clean carpets. I used to be so busy, just cleaning carpets all day, but wasn't really making no progress. Again, just running in circles. It's running in circles. But once I realized I gotta slow down. And once I started slowing down, and I was able to start seeing and just really understanding, Courtney, what do you really want to be? What do you really want to go? Is this what you really want to do? And guys, once I really had those moments to really be still and talk to myself, okay, and get some peace, that's when I was able to really start functioning mentally, because I wasn't always busy. You can be so busy sometimes physically, you don't even have time mentally to really process who you are, what you want to be, where you want to go, because you're just physically just moving. Sometimes, guys, be still, peace, quiet, talk to God, talk to yourself. I'm telling you, man, that's one part of the solution to help us to get where we want to go in our lives. So anyway, guys, I just want to just get on here, man. Just talk, and I know that there's somebody out there listening, and hopefully, I can continue to help people, and I will continue to help people, and just be the best version of me, and just live the life that God wants me and my family and the people that surrounded around me, and allow me to be a part of their lives live. And it's just a beautiful thing, guys. So anyway, I'm about to get ready to, like I said, hang out with some of my colleagues, enjoy the rest of this Thursday night, get ready for tomorrow, and thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.